Good morning. We're just hopping right into it. Just give us a second though, because apparently BeamNG Drive just... You know what? I can just pause the update. I will let BeamNG Drive update later, because right now it is in the way. Adjust my microphone a little bit here. There we go. So today we're actually gonna have to end at like 10 o'clock on the dot because, well, pretty much on the dot. There's a bit of flexibility, but I need to leave some time for editing this afternoon because I have a very busy afternoon other than the editing as well. So I need to find as much time to put in editing as I can. If you're wondering why we're still in the chat screen, the game is launching. And I have it on a mechanical drive, so it takes a little longer, but it's okay. That is okay. Almost there. Creative. Yes. Okay, finally we're loading into the actual save file. It's kind of funny, you can actually almost build what's on the creative mode splash screen while it's loading. The only thing we're missing now is the survival seat in creative mode. We don't have that in creative mode. And the handle doesn't paint quite like that, to my knowledge. But yeah, all the rest of the parts there we have. Ironically, they accidentally scaled the size 3 suspension to be size 2 suspension in that thumbnail, which is really funny. Do 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 dum dum. Okay. And start our music. Nice. Okay. First thing first today. We need to make this thing way bigger. So let's just start by chopping these. Actually, yeah, just remove the cab. Remove it entirely. We'll leave the floor platform for now, because we might use that. So I wonder what piece would look best, but oh, that actually isn't a bad option. Maybe. Then there's these things. No, that looks a little too fragile. Ooh. Yeah, that could work. That actually looks kind of good. That's a step in the right direction already, I can tell. You know what? We're going to do that up there as well. Mold that back on. Suspension, because suspension is suspension. No. welcome to the stream. Yep, that's definitely the piece I need. What is that part called again? Base? No, it's not base. That might be useful for something, though. Or that. That's a really good decorative piece. Okay, I'll just find it manually. Wherever it is. Oh yeah, we also have the new crane wheel. I assume the crane wheel works as a good wheel, but I haven't tested it yet. Actually, I'm going to quickly pull up, sure, the glitch-powered car. Because why not? And we'll see how well these wheels work. Oh, they wheel. Hard to tell how bouncy they are, honestly. They don't seem to be the roundest thing in the world. They seem to be more bouncy than regular wheels. But maybe not. Maybe not. Hold on. Compare that to regular wheels. Oop, that's not where that goes. Yeah, they're pretty comparable. Also, if you're wondering how this works, for some reason pushing wedges onto a tube causes a rotational force, which is kind of cool. So this is straight up a piston-powered car. Although, of course, as you could tell, it's got a lot of really high-level pistons. That's because the more pistons there are, the more, and the higher level they are, the more force they can put on it. And so it's actually quite expensive and not practical for survival. This looks hilarious when it's collapsed in a heap. All right. That's the bottom of the foot. I feel like that'd actually make a really good hip piece for our mech. Our mecca. It's kind of weird. This one is a 1x2 block, but this one is a 2x2x2, and this one's a 2x2x2. You'd think they'd be the same dimensions on the cross section, considering they look the same, but they're not, which is like, okay, a little odd, but I don't know. There it is. So wait, what's that called? That is called the stand support. Oh, interesting. Yep, I like the new size of it already. It's much better. Wait, what's with the random screw? That was interesting. Why did it fall slowly? Wait a second, what? Oh, that's... Huh. Is that because of the new advanced physics? It's just like falling... Or the new smart physics? I'm curious. Call me curious. Nope. Well, it might fall slightly faster in the old physics, but like... Interesting. There must be just enough resistance and it's balanced enough that there's not much off-centering for it to cause it to fall. Huh. Okay, we got big legs. That's a good start. And a bearing there, and a bearing there. And weld that onto there. Okay, weld this up there just so I can get it right side up. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to connect this switch back to these toes. The point being... There we go. That's good. Excuse me. Hello. It is nice to have you here this morning, Lex. What? I think for now... I don't know. Do I want the torso to be able to spin on the hips? I don't actually see much need, honestly. Well, you know what? I do see need to have... I do think it would be practical to have one layer of spinning. I don't think we need two sets of bearings here, but one would be nice. A saw blade would kind of look cool. Where are these tools again? Drag reducer, center a thrust finder, center a mass finder, map creation set. Wait, what's the difference? Okay, I don't know. And then scale and thrust scale. Ooh. The scaffolding step, admittedly, is a really decorative part that works really good for some stuff. Excuse me. Scaffold plank. Where, oh where? You know what? I think we'll just stick with this guy, because why not? Does a good job. Okay, so... getting our walking animation correct is a little tricky. So most of these bearings I could just ignore, because they're all related to the toes, which is just these two pistons controlling that, to simplify things. Because I wanted it to be able to extend quickly. Here, I should actually show you what I mean. We can kind of like jump because it can extend quickly enough, which is helpful. I'm going to see if I can go back to using the whole controlling a suspension glitch with the controller directly. Because that'd be way more ideal if that is an option. So then we don't need that or that. Oh wait, yes, we still need those ones actually. Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess I could just lower it in the ground. That helps a bit. Don't have to look so high up. I have no idea if my microphone is synced with the music in the outgoing stream. I'm singing on time in real life. But I don't know if it sounds good for you guys. So I probably shouldn't sing too much today until I recalibrate it. Screw. Ooh, actually I haven't seen the scrap wedge yet. How does that look? Scrappy. Nice texture. How does this metal paint, actually? I haven't really painted this much. Oh, it actually paints really nice. Huh. That's a little surprising. Then there's the occasional spot that just stays yellow. Interesting. Actually, hold on. Woo-ya. Excuse me. Okay, so now I need to put a seat in. Too bad there isn't, like, a mod so you could have 2 lifts. That'd be helpful. But you know what? Do I have the jetpack mod on? Mod parts. No, I just have the engineer's toolbox. Okay. I'll do it the old-fashioned way. I do have a mod enabled, that is the engineer toolbox, which is just for helping with building creations. This one can be used in creations, but pretty much the rest of them are just for helping with the building process. But generally I like keeping things vanilla in the creations themselves. What type of seat do I want? I feel like a driver's seat 5 is fitting, just aesthetically. Is that centered though? No, it can't be centered. Good point. So I might need a saddle. Ironically, I feel like the driver's saddle 4 is actually the best for aesthetics in this case. I guess that's... Now the question is, I think while walking, I want it to rotate right and left, maybe slightly with some suspension assistance? I don't know. I honestly don't know yet. Part of me is, I'm kind of torn between the 2 options. Suspension assistance is definitely the easier way to do it. Boink. Floppy. Okay, actually, let's just start by connecting. Which one am I connected to? Mr. Top one here. Oh, no, I guess I want that in the top. And I'll just make it last. Yeah, because if I make it last, then that means I can kind of treat it separately. I guess we'll start with everything at 45 degrees, and then we'll go from there. I need to actually have it out of the ground before I spawn it. Woo! So this one's going the wrong way. Oh. Yeah. That's 45 degrees? Doesn't look like 45 degrees. That one looks like 45 degrees. Number 4 and 3 do not look like 45 degrees. Apparently, they're supposed to be. No, Scrap Mechanic does not have 0 drag. So, here, what I mean... Like, there is air resistance, as well as the fact that bearings do have drag. So if I hit it with a hammer, it will eventually slow down. And it slows down at pretty slowly, but the drag reducer, what that does is, if I attach it here, I can just bang this again, and it'll just stay going for much longer. Actually, it might only work on loose creations. Oh, you know what? Probably doesn't work anymore because of the physics update. Hold on. Let's try old physics. So I can spin it. Might also need to be off the ground. I don't know. I honestly have never used the drag reducer. I've just seen it used. So there's a possibility it doesn't even work anymore. I don't know. So, you know, I guess let's... put a bearing there. So something like that. So let's compare it. That spins for a little while versus that. It seems to slow down a little faster. Hello. It's good to have you here. So what exactly do we need with this thing? Well, first off, this foot needs to rotate the other direction, clearly. That's a good start. And then 5 and 6 need to be rotated less. Is there a weird collision happening somewhere in this middle joint that's like preventing it from bending as much? Because I have this set to 45 degrees, and that's clearly not 45 degrees. Is it 45? It might be. Oh, it maybe is. Oh, you know what? No, I need 90 degrees. Hold on. Yeah, 3 and 4. Let's go to 90 degrees. And then... now we got the bent knees. You know, it could be a little less bent than that. We don't need 90. We could do something like 60, probably. All right. Maybe a little more than 60 then. We need the toes and the heel adjusted, or the hip, toes and the hip adjusted. So the toes are this one. Do I need more or less? I need more. Oops, hold on. That was not the right guy. Not you. There we go. Nope, I moved it in the wrong axis. Should have moved it the other way. Should have moved it the other way. So less. So 15, maybe? Too far. Okay, so in between. Well, that's pretty good. I like that. That's good. So we'll connect this to there, and we connect this to there. So now, yeah, we already have some of the walking motion programs from our previous attempt. It's like, oh no, I'm falling over. So sad. Oh, you know what? That's an idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. Pipe. I think what we'll do... I think it needs to be longer than the toes for that to work, but we'll see. Then we need a sensor. Don't need a complicated sensor, just a simple level 1 sensor. If we want more durability later, we can always upgrade it, so that works just dandy. And now instead of having this connected to a switch, let's have the switch connected to a logic gate. Actually, I'll need a separate logic gate for each one. I could build it into the foot if I wanted to. Is there anything connected to that? Yeah, there is. Okay. So I'd need to attach it there. Top one goes to the back. Okay. We'll stay consistent for consistency's sake. And we need and. Yep, that's correct. And so he's like doing a caterpillar. He's walking. That's another way to walk. Actually, maybe that's a good way to turn on spot. Because that is surprisingly consistent, actually. Hold on, let me have 2 buttons. I'll put them there for now. We'll find more dedicated spots for them later. But this guy... top one. Bottom one? Yeah. So now... oh, and I need to wire it up. Hello. I'm glad you made it during your little lunch break. That's actually kind of cool. Like, I can use the toast to turn like that. That actually works. I am quite excited that that works just so well. Like, oh, maybe it doesn't work as well. Huh. Well, it's kind of working. At this point, it's more like we got tiny little legs for walking on top of giant stilts on top of it. Amelia, I never really intended it to be like that, so I don't know, but you know, you gotta experiment with stuff when you figure it out. Ooh, it almost tips over right at the start. Yeah, I can turn. I can turn left. I turn right. Yeah, I can. That actually is kind of cool how I can just kind of hop and spot and turn without any suspension assist. That is sweet. Like, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but you know, it works. And then I can kind of do this. I'm not going anywhere with it, but we kind of got a walking motion. Even if it is kind of a sucky walking motion. Oh no! Okay, so we also can trigger these for turning. Oh, you know why it's not working so well on this side? It's because it's not long enough, theoretically. Oh, maybe it is. Hard to say. Pipe! Oh, look, there's a Windows update. Windows is like, I want to update. And I'm like, okay, well, you can wait. You can wait. Bottom one. Yeah, I can kind of just hold the button and it'll turn me in one direction, sorta. If I turn up the sensor to a higher distance, would that increase the effect or decrease the effect? Yeah, no, the toe can't extend long enough to actually do that. That's kind of funny, though. Okay, that's adorable. I can tap my little toes. Whoa. No. Apparently we're a little back heavy. That's easy enough to fix, though. All I gotta do is just make this bottom and top joints. Admittedly, yeah, we're kind of our back set back a little. So this top joint, let's give it a little more or less angle. I guess less. And then these bottom ones, I need a little more, right? Not that much more, but I have the idea. How does 40 look? Closer. Closer. I think we'll just go at 30. Yeah, because that makes us very slightly back heavy, but the legs are also heavy enough now that that's not as big of an issue. Whee! Oh, you know what? These front toes are also just longer. These are only 2 long. That's 3 long. So we're already starting from a bias. Let's correct that bias. And I'll set this back to 2. That looks so silly. I kind of can just turn on spot like this. That is hilarious, actually. Because that is not what I intended that to be for. I initially intended it to be like a balancing system that I could turn on and off. But it's surprisingly useful for just turning. Just little feet shuffles. Little steps. Like, it's surprisingly consistent. Most of the time. And then it does that, where it's just like, no. Okay, well, I don't think that's necessary. Wait, no. This guy. Now he's doing the toe happies. So now it's a can I turn it on off sort of thing. I will set the limit to 1. So now, unless we start tipping over, like, for example, when we spawn in, no, it's not close enough. Oh, you know what, though? I can always just, instead of putting it on the ends of these long sticks, just use a bearing. Want it facing out. Why can't I put it there? Fine. Make me pick it up on the whift. Make me pick it up on the whift. Good. Now we will. Now all of them should take the same amount of rotation. Like, just like 30 degrees? Sure, we'll start with 30, see how that goes. Some of them will need to go up, some need to go down. So why did it fall over that time? Was I in the ground? I messed something up about the hip, or the knee, or the toe. 6 and 5 are not at the right angle. More? Okay, that's a little weird because it looks like it's not rotating like at all. And yet 6 and 5 should be 45 degrees. But that's pretty straight on. What are you doing, Mr. Controller? But yeah, that's straight on. And that should be bent 45 degrees. Why is it not like... That is not 45 degrees. Don't give me that. Why? Why are you doing this to me? Or is there something fighting it? There should be a loose bearing now. Oh, the hitbox. Oh. This hitbox is not as it appears. Okay, hold on. In that case, let me put it back. And I will move these sensors to, I guess, down here. This is a good song. It's called Tumbleweed, Texas, if you're wondering. Okay, now I should be able to set them to like 15 degrees. Some of them will need to go up, some down. Oh, I never reconnected this foot. So now that's number 7. Let's disconnect you. Then reconnect it. Not that one. I mean, this one. 45. There we go. Something like that. Okay. But now it's not fighting it weirdly. So, okay, I need less than 45. I'm surprised that's balancing. That's kind of impressive, actually. Guess that just shows that we're kind of light up top. So 30? Yeah, that's better. So now, when I turn it on, so I think I want these set to 2. I need slightly less than that. Like 14 even. So now if it's standing regularly, I don't want it to be hopping while it's just standing. Unless it's actually falling over, you know? So that should be good. So now if I go here. Okay, how can I test this? I can lift it up and try to tip it. See if the toes engage. Nope, that didn't work. Oh, and I guess that kind of makes sense because the pivot point is at the end of the toe, and so by lifting, unless this angle is harder than the pivot point. Okay, well in that case, we will turn these down and then make the angle harsh. Or harsh. Oh, it's supposedly detecting now. Not detecting there. Which one's number 1? This one's number 1. So it detects that. Detects that. And that. And that. Is it literally exactly... Nope. Is the center of sensing off-center or something? Hello! Nice to have you here on our stream today. I think what this tells us is we need to put the sensors out further if we want them to be more angle accurate. So put it there. Oops, I do not know what I just connected or disconnected. I guess we'll figure out later. This one needs to go down instead of up. It's sensing the ground. That's good. But I don't want it to quite sense the ground yet, actually. So... like that? Oh, that's the wrong ones. 15's too shallow. Okay, the one I'm working on is 3. Yeah. It sees it at 20. $17. So now, I think 17 is probably the sweet spot then. If I go up by 1 degree, it can sense it. Okay, so probably more like Even 15, that's not bad. So I guess we'll try 15. Uh-oh. We disconnected. Okay, there we go. For some reason, the stream started, like, skipping all the frames or whatever. I had to stop the stream and restart it there for a second. Okay, we got it working now. I don't know why, but that just randomly happens for me. I need to really figure out what's going on there. It was dropping all the frames. And it looked like it was a network issue if we looked at the upload rate, although then I realized it's, like, missing all the frames, and I'm like, oh. But I looked in Task Manager, and it's not capping out on anything, so it's like, I don't know. And I have the priority set high on OBS, so... Don't know what that's about. Yeah, we're getting some fluctuations, but, like, that's to be expected normally. Maybe a little more fluctuations than I would expect normally, though. Anyway. No connections there. Oh, wait, but this should be connected. So now, if we tip forward, you know, I'm just gonna grab a thruster. Do it the easy way. How to tip forward the easy way. Okay, that's a little funky. I'm not sure of how much that's working. Do we? Oh, you know what I should do? I should have it so if it stops detecting it, it puts up the opposite toe. Instead of if I start detecting, it puts down. Yeah, because that's way easier. No, I want that there still. So instead of... If you could set these to just set a not output, but you know what, whatever, I will just... Is there anything connected to that? No, so I can put some logic gates in there. Put a not. You can just be nor. Okay, so that's better. Did I connect that up right? I think I did. On this side, did I do it right? So I wasn't even paying attention. So if this one stops sensing, then I want that one to trigger. If this one stops sensing, I want that one. Yeah. So I should have it right, actually. So now I just need a little more angle on each of these. Just like... We're not detecting yet. Sure, we'll make it around 20. How are you not detecting the ground yet? That's kind of surprising. Yeah, it can detect me. Okay. Yeah. 24? Go up to 30. Okay, now they're all detecting the ground. So if I go forward, it tries to balance me out. Maybe a little too aggressively. Actually, I don't want the speed so high. Oh, wait, what's happening here? Both toes are extended. Oh. I guess that's something that can happen. I didn't think of that. So maybe I don't want to do it this way, though, then, because that can happen. Like, I can always turn it off, but then... Like, the one side's kind of doing what I want it to, but it's causing a feedback loop into itself in a not intentional way, because it's just wanting to lift both feet off. Huh. Doing the hop. Wait, that's an and? That's an and. Oh, I never changed down this side. Oh. Supposedly. So I gotta do what you do. I need to sit on my chair different. My feet are starting to go numb. Like, that's not beneficial in any way at all. Ironically, our balancing mechanism has turned into more of a walking mechanism than our walking mechanism has, and our walking mechanism has turned into more of a balancing mechanism than our balancing system has. That's kind of sad. Oh boy. Yaw. Part of me likes thrusters. Part of me is like, for something like this, you can't have thrusters. It just has to be all natural, you know? And it's kind of a twitchy mess down here. Are they set differently? That should have been relatively symmetrical, unless the terrain's just that bouncy. I guess the terrain's just that bouncy. Alright. So if I tip forward... Nope. Maybe. Yeah. Forget about having sensors on the feet. That's a silly idea. I could just have sensors connected to a suspension glitch, so it senses the suspension glitch. And I like that better anyway, because then you're using it as a sensor instead of as a... what you call it? Spaceship block. Speaking of which, I need to put some spaceship wedges on this later. I still haven't got around to that. But the end for our, or the time for our stream is coming short today, so might have to end up doing that next week. You know what I'll do? I'm going to put the... Sure, I'll just put the sensor thing inside the cab. Why not? So I'm going to... I need to build a suspension glitch first off. Actually, do I already have one in one of my... Yes, I do. You. Can I fly? No. That's just for mods. Oh, I guess if I'm doing it that way, though, then the whole thing needs to be on the pendulum. You know what? I'm just going to build it underwater so I can swim around. Convenience. Yeah, because that means... So I could just do this. So now I have this little suspension glitch here, but I need to find a way to... I guess connect that to a... you know what? Huh. Ah, I keep going past it. There we go. So now all we need is a sensor here and a sensor here. That's the wrong angle. Then we take our suspension glitch, put a hinge on it, and weld that. Oh, sorry, I got a hinge on it. But you know what? I am going to... There's no reason not to, so I will do this. Make it look aesthetically... Aesthetically? I'm not saying that right, am I? Don't know exactly how I'm saying it wrong, but anyway. Am I saying it wrong? Maybe not. feels like I'm saying it wrong, but I don't know. So that's a nice suspension glitch. I'm actually gonna save that because that's nice and decorative. Suspension glitch. Well, I guess I need to... It has to be on the outside. That's kind of cool aesthetic. I like that, actually. Yeah, just... Top? Yeah, top. So now, if I tilt for... Whoops, that's a button. Accidentally shift tabbed out of something. I don't think I've done that by accident very often. Thruster. We're gonna have to wrap up our stream right away, but hopefully, in principle, this works now. Oh, helps if I turn this up. Yeah. It works great. Ugh. Why didn't I just do that from the beginning? It's like kind of hybrid between going glitch and going all natural. It's got the satisfaction of the natural method with the usefulness of the glitch. I think that was quite successful. You know what? Let's paint it up. And, ooh, what color do I want to make the top? Let's go purple. Just cuz. Just for funs. And I get rid of this thing now, because that's just for testing. Might add another one. You know what? I need to add one to the front to make sure it's doing that correctly as well. Don't need any of those anymore anyway. So now if I go backwards, yeah. That's good. Maybe activate's a little late, but that's easy enough to fix. All I gotta do is just make that part it's scenting a little wider. Wait, is it activating late? I want to activate there. Oh, it's pretty much on right on spot. So what's it doing when it's spawning in? Is it actually doing it? Oh, it is. Well, that's just proof of how well it's working. That's actually great. I guess we'll finish painting this up here and then wrap up our stream for today. Yeah. Walker. Episode 3. Save. Cool. Alright, well, let's go to our verse for today. The crucible for silver and the furnace for gold, but the Lord tests the heart. Proverbs 17:3 in the NIV translation. Anyway, guys, that'll be all for today's stream. If you liked the stream, consider liking, subscribing, and I will see you next Friday at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. God bless and bye.